Let's jump into this and see what will happen. To the bottom left-hand side, our red Zerg player, this is Solar. On the top right, our pink Protoss player is Zest. Game one of this best of three. Oh my god, sorry guys, I got a really bad cough. Oh, no. I don't want to get ill. I don't deserve to be ill. I don't deserve this. It deserves so much better. So we do have a Cybercore dropping down. So Zest here. We've been seeing, obviously, so far some pretty interesting results in this group altogether. I mean, Dream currently sits 2-0. Zest and Solar 0-1 with Hysteria 1-1. So one of Solar and Zest are about to be 0-2. And Solar still has to play Hysteria. Zest still has to play a Dream. Honestly, this group could go anywhere still. Again, we are going to be casting for the next couple of hours still until WCS starts up. So Adept going to be chrono boosting out here, about halfway done at the moment. Cybercore on the way up as well. Twilight Council very early in the game, the choice from Zest already being pretty definitive in terms of how he wants to open here. So setting that Twilight Council up, Zergling speed is about halfway done. A few Zerglings of Solar pressing in to see what's happening. A couple of Adepts moving up this ramp. The two Adepts together will take a little bit of damage there. I'm going to be moving in toward the natural expansion, dealing a bit of damage. Gonna cancel their shade. And again, the Queen's gonna be able to push the devs back from there. So good defense early on from Solar. Dark Shrine is going to be the choice. And Zest doing what Zest loves to do, which is just to set up in towards those Archon drops. I definitely feel like Zest, this is almost a must-win series for him, right? I mean, he has lost against Estrella, to lose against Solar as well. Then he would absolutely have to win against Dream and Armani to be able to advance on to the next stage of the tournament. It's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I feel like he's got the harder matches to play now, and he goes into them with some tough results to pull off. This group has definitely got a lot of crazy things going on at the moment. As we do just have the Dark Shrine continuing along, a few Zerglings are keeping an eye for a third base already on the way up or anything along those lines, but not happening just yet. We do see the Zerglings of Solar pulling back over to the left-hand side here, so not really much to be done. We're just waiting for that Warp Prism to come over, those DTs to warp in. Spore Crawlers are going to be up in time here for Solar, so he will have detection, and with the Queens and with the Zerglings, he should be able to hold this off. Obviously then the Archons come into play and it changes stuff up a little bit. GT's pressing in, and we do see the Lings pulling back over to the natural. Overseer going to morph in up overhead. Queens pressing forwards, and DTs are going to lift up. Lings and a Roach going to be able to take down the first Adept right there. Again, 5 drones getting picked off so far. As you can see, the main base is actually in a little bit of trouble. Where's the Overseer? It's on the natural, taking a while to get over there. And Solar loses a couple of Roaches. Queen's going down as well. This is really hurting at the moment, so multiple Queens dropping so far. The Warp Prism from Zest escapes out over to the side. 2 more sentries on the way up, and well, that was actually really nice. In the end, Zest picked off a lot. Lost one of the DTs, but 2 Queens, 2 Roaches, a bunch of Lings, some drones. Well, this was meant to be a good defense from Solar. He was set up to defend well, but no detection in the main base. Kept the Spore, didn't have the Overseer. And that did hurt. And there's a couple of Zerglings are able to find a probe there on the third base as well. 2 Archons pressing forwards, finding a creep tumor. Charge starting on the Twilight Council on the back. A few extra gateways just being brought into play as the Warp Prism will head into the main base. So Warp Prism into the main. Gonna find a few of those drones already. Gets another Queen picked off. Warp Prism continuing to move around. Sentries continue to build up here. Mortal being finished. Charge about to complete. We are going to see the prism here from Zest coming back towards the center of the map now. So prism coming back towards the middle. Overseer flying around. Multiple roaches on the way up. There's +1 missiles and roach speed coming into play. That's run ready to just try and end this. 52 probes just pushing up this ramp. Triple Immortal, double Archon. Pros about to break the first few force fields down. Ravagers in the front morphing in are going to get force fielded in as they finish. That's painful because you don't even get the refund for them being cancelled in their eggs. There's going to be seeing the Stalkers and Immortals. Archon as well, going to be picking their way through the roaches. Press through, so more Ravagers going down, more Roaches going down. GG, Solar just falling apart there to see what happens. As we do have to the top left hand side our pink Protoss player, it is Zest. And the bottom right our red Zerg Solar. Game number 2, Zest up by 1. My god, why is my throat dying? It's not fair, I really feel like... Is it fair to say I feel like I don't deserve my throat to die? Like I feel like my throat should be okay? Yay. Alright, well... Getting this set to go. We're going to see the probe of Zest coming down to the bottom right hand side as hatchery coming up on the natural spawning pool starting. Gateway going to be finishing in a couple of moments as Zest will look to throw down this Nexus. So next is on the way. Cybercore will build just to the side of that gateway, and we do have the drone building up here as well, up to the 3 hatcheries. Again, Solar just knew what was coming, but his preparation in the main base just was not there on time. And that obviously was extremely painful. Corona boost on the next as we do see the Adept from Zest heading out over to this right-hand side. So shading this along the right side here, getting into position. We see the Stargate is going to finish out on the left. A little bit just a hidden Stargate here, kind of play some mind games. A little bit close to the base of Solo as well, so we'll hit a little bit early, only by a couple of seconds. Sometimes that can make the difference in getting a couple drone kills, though. Obviously, one of the big weaknesses of this is, well, you know, your Stargate is very exposed on the map. It's unlikely to survive. And that could make, like, a Mutilus follow-up here from Solo very potent, because if you don't have the Stargate, obviously then it's very hard to defend against a, you know, it's very hard to get up the answer to the Mutilus that you would usually be looking for, so... Maybe seeing that Overlord hanging out on the high ground, and single Zergling here from Solo coming across as well. Fire Council starts in the main base. Across the map, the Oracle does come through and finds 4 drones already. There's Ling's on top of the Stargate now, so it's just going to be the 2 Oracles. Solo starts Burrow. Very intrigued as to what might come from that. Burrow upgrade, that is crazy. Sorry guys, I'm really dying a little bit. So Oracle comes back in, a few more drones getting picked off. Zerglings over here will nibble their way through the pylon, through the Stargate. And we do see a Resonating Glaives upgrade start, and a few more gates getting going as well. Roach Drone starts in the natural expansion here, so getting that up and rolling here again with the Glaives and the gates, it's looking pretty aggressive out of Zest. Obviously, this is 6 gateways, right? It's not just your friendly, oh, you know, 3 gateways of Adepts and, you know, you pressure, you transition. No, this is a lot of Adepts that are going to be coming through here, so this is getting interesting as we do see a few more Adepts on the way up. Some things will run across the map, see what they can add to the situation. Answer so far, not a lot. Lair on the way from Solo, some Roaches too. He is beginning to prepare. I mean, the fact he'll have some units up in preparation for this is absolutely vital. The last thing you want is for there to be no units, no units available right away, because then this gets out of control very quickly, actually. So, we do have the Adepts coming down. We see the Shades coming over. These Adepts moving over to the right-hand side. Queen is going to get picked off. Zerglings continue to drop down as well. Drone's taken down. Again, Adepts still pushing forwards there. Queen taking a few shots, and the Adepts, only 2 of them were left there, but actually cancels most of the Shades. At this stage, what is Zest's next goal, actually? I don't know. It's... yeah, Adept. It's kill his own Adept. Was that Zergling? I don't even know. He starts up an Immortal. He's got a couple of Immortals. He's gone into more gateways. In this scenario, keeping the Adepts alive is extremely important, because now he's going to have even more to buffer this army when he goes for the large attack in the next couple of moments. So that's what we're heading into here. Again, in just the next few moments, as we do see Adepts again from Zest coming up to the top. 2 Oracles of Zest chilling out on the bottom side, and Solo going to be coming around as well. Oracle drops that Revelation down. A couple of drones going to get caught, and the Ward Prism does pop out from Zest. Heading down to the bottom side of the map. Another Stasis Ward. This base is just not being allowed to mine. Zest is just trying to slow down as much eco as possible here. As man, Solo is up on 64 workers, so he has really drawn quite a bit. Roaches and Ravagers coming forwards here. The couple of Corrosive Battles dropping, but not quite hitting. Overseer of Solo hanging out up in the skies. The Zerglings of Solo around the right. Spine Collar goes down. Roaches and Ravagers continue to drop at the moment. Another couple of force fields coming into position. That's just straight up here. I mean, the Lings are going to eventually come back down. They were just not part of this fight for a long time because he obviously thought he could do some damage across the map. He's going to try and warp in. It's dangerous because of the corrosive bars. He's going to cancel the warp in. So that means the Zealots don't come through, and that's obviously big. And that means that Zest will be pushed away. Zergling's coming up to the top side. There's Adept's going to go shading forwards here. A couple of Immortals firing away. Picking away at Roaches. Ravagers on the way up again. Corrosive Bowels not quite going to connect on the Prism. The Immortals still doing pretty well, and GG. Solar just going to have too much. Let's kick this off as we start to the top left-hand side. Our pink Protoss player from Ocean Gaming. Give it up if you're cheering on Zest. And at the bottom right, our red Zerg player from Triumphant Song Gaming, Solar. Can he close this out? Can he find what is needed? Good defense in the end. I mean, I was able to deflect the Adepts with minimal damage. Sometimes that's not so bad for what Zest is doing because you keep the Adepts alive. They can be part of the larger attack. Big part of the larger attack was the Warp Prism, unable to get that reinforce and warp in. I was a bit concerned for Solar when those Lings weren't there for a long time, but eventually they made themselves known, and that's obviously when everything did become a bit more of a problem. So Overlord just arriving overhead on the natural expansion. Adept going to be Corona boosting out of the gateway. Robotics facility on the way up in the main base, so getting that ready to roll. As you see the Adept just continue to finish Corona boosting here. Going to start heading out onto the map. So Adept coming all the way down to the bottom side. We are going to be seeing the Queen is going to be able to dish out a little bit of hurt right there. The third hatchery finishing up from Solar in the next couple of moments. And the Robo facility going to be completing in that main base as well. So Robo finishing up. Warp Prism will start to Corona boost out Sentry on the way on the gateway. And again, a lot of setup here at the moment on Cyber Forest. Just a lot of building up, a lot of getting ready to go more than anything else. Do you see this Adept from Zest continuing back up home? And again, the Warp Prism going to be completed in a moment or two. The Sentry going to finish as well. So the Adept just shade in between the Cybernetics core and the gateway. Stalker and Sentry going to be picking away at this Overlord. Okay, it's currently on the way up. So a few gateways being added on. Let's see if the faster Immortal. 4 gates. A lot of potential pressure here. The Immortal's going to be at home though, so it's not going to be part of this initial Warp Prism coming across the map. Creep coming up the right hand side again, just having the Immortal just wandering over. Couple more gates on the way. Good scout from Solar. The Zerglin gets to see the Immortal. Going to scout into the main base now as well. He'll get full confirmation when he sees all of these gateways as to what is happening here. We've seen the Warp Prism sieging up overhead. New Zealand's getting ready to press down into the third base. Neverzal warping into Roaches. Lings continue to come on out. Hatchery taking a few shots of damage. Queens, Lings, Roaches spreading out at the moment, and we are going to be seeing the Zealots pressing forwards. 2 sentries, the Immortal, the Stalker. Feels like there's just a lot of units from Solar here, as good force fields will come down to help. I don't know how much that helps actually, because it feels like then the Zealots weren't able to attack at all. Queens will get on top of the Warp Prism in a moment. It's already low. It will go down in a second. Warp Prism dies, so now no more reinforcements and no micro on that Immortal, which is so key to picking up these Roach kills. Zest trying his best to break through this. Solar looking for revenge from looking to oh my god. Just die.